Hey guys, it's Julia and it's Tuesdays. Today's topic, or this week's topic, is breakups. And the first question is like, what is your advice to someone who might be going through a breakup? I personally have not actually been through a breakup per se, but I have experienced the whole we are kind of starting to have something and then you drop me off a cliff. So I kind of know that feeling. Basically, like, I know everyone gets their hopes up that, like, you really like this person and you want to be with them for a long time, and no one likes, like, a good relationship to end. But ultimately, the breakup happened for a reason. Like, something was off, either with the other person or just like the relationship between you two in general. It wasn't right for at least one of you, and you can't really help that. And I think the key to getting through a breakup is to just remember that eventually you're going to find someone who's better than the person you just broke up with. And you're going to be saying to yourself how fortunate you are to have broken up with that other person, because you've found someone that you really love so much, and you wouldn't necessarily have found them if you had stayed with that other person. So, actions lead to other things happening, and you just have to remember, like, relationships and breakups, they're a continuous process until you find the right person for you. You just keep that in perspective. Because I think sometimes we get caught up in the moment, and we just get really upset. Something bad has happened to us at this one time. And it's easier when you think about the long run and how it could positively benefit that. So if you're breaking up with someone else, I'm not sure, one of the other questions was like advice about, it was kind of similarly worded to like the first question. So I guess I'll kind of expound upon, if you're trying to break up with someone because you feel like they're not right for you or whatever reason, how to go about doing that, because that can be tricky. I know, at least for me, I don't like hurting other people. I really, really do not. But you have to remember, sometimes you have to give yourself that kind of, listen to yourself. Basically, if something's going wrong, or you don't feel like something's right in a relationship, or you just realize that you don't like this person as much as you thought you might, you have to listen to that. And you have to be honest with the person and tell them that. And sometimes it can hurt them, but like, it's better than just lying to them for a longer time and then things going crazy. So, like, I've had this happen to me before. I was kind of dating this girl for like 2 weeks, and she was really nice, but she clearly wanted, even after 2 weeks, she said she wanted a really long-term thing. She wanted to even stay with me after I went to college, and I am not ready to commit to someone, especially long distance. When I'm going to college, I want to like break free and experience new people. I don't want to be tied down back here, and I just thought it was a bit much when we'd only been dating for 2 weeks, not even like really officially, that she was saying this kind of stuff. So that was like a red flag. So I ended up talking to my mom for a long time about this and what to do about it, because I liked the girl, but I just felt really uncomfortable with the situation. And she was like, well, you just need to tell her that you can only be friends with her right now. And she was going through some other stuff, so that it was really intense, and I didn't want to like get caught up in. And yeah, you just have to really listen to yourself, basically. So I ended up telling her over the phone, because she lived like an hour away from me, and so it wasn't really easy for me to tell her in person. I would much rather told her in person, because I think that's like fairer to whoever you're breaking up with. But sometimes it's not really an option. So I say, number one, don't text them. Do not like IM them or Skype them or Facebook chat them saying that you're breaking up with them, because no one wants to hear it's not you, it's me over like an online little connection. It's just not, it's just rude, basically. You're not giving them, things get misconstrued online or just through like texts and stuff like that, and often there's more to it, it's more complicated, and you have to explain more. And you know, it's nice to see the whites of the person's eyes when you're hearing stuff like this, because you want to make sure that they're being honest and that it's coming from a place of truth and it's not, you know? So I definitely say no texting. Be better to just talk to them in person, but if you can't do that, then phone is obviously better than texting. So yeah, just be honest. That's all I can do. And, you know, use common knowledge. Don't be like rude about it, you know? I think honesty is the best way to go on that. Okay, so I made this video a long time ago, but I forgot the last question, and so I like retaped the whole thing because I was doing the little YouTube webcam upload easy way, and you have to start all over if you mess up. So, okay, I think I remember it this time. The last question, okay. Would you stay friends with your ex after you break up with them? That's the question. It really depends, I think. If you break up for a reason that really pisses you off and just makes you change your whole perspective of the other person, and you really just don't want to be around them, then I wouldn't stay friends with them. Like, if they're a complete jerk to you, then, I mean, what's the point? That's just doing yourself a disservice, and you'll be torturing yourself. Because ultimately, it's just not fair to you. But I think if you're, like, really close friends before, and, like, one of the reasons you break up is just because you realize, I don't know, like, mutually that it wasn't really right for you guys, and you just kind of were like, why don't we just go back to the way things are? Like, I think that's possible sometimes. That probably doesn't usually happen, but yeah, in that situation, I think you could definitely stay friends. It's hard, though, because I had an experience where this girl dropped me off a cliff after we were getting close, and we were friends before that, and then she just stopped talking to me after she found out I was gay. And then after I found out she was too, and I guess she kind of assumed that, you know, something might be happening between us, and she, like, freaked. And then so she stopped talking to me, and I stopped talking to her. And ultimately, that's what ended up really bothering me, is I never had any explanation and never had any closure with that. So maybe make sure you know why things happen. If you're the type of person who needs to, like, know before you part ways, then, like, make sure you figure that out before. Sometimes you can't help that, but I don't know, it depends if you want to stay friends or not. Yeah, I don't know. That's all I have to say. I hope you guys have a great rest of this week, and I will see you next Tuesday. Bye, you guys.